Hi everybody, and welcome to Superior Nissan in Conway. This is the third event of FLW Arkansas. I'm Carlton Wing.
I'm Mike Neal, General Manager of Superior Nissan in Conway.
We are thrilled to be partnering up with Superior Nissan through this show, and we are surrounded by two of the greatest trucks that anglers can drive throughout the state of Arkansas. These Nissan Titans have certainly turned a lot of heads this past year.
Well, they should, rightfully so. I mean, you got 2017 Truck Trend Truck of the Year right here with America's Best Warranty, a 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty, bumper-to-bumper warranty, and the ability to pull over 6 tons.
You will hear a lot more about the Nissan Titan throughout the remainder of this show, but for now, let's head out to the water. We're stopping off in Little Rock on the Arkansas River. It's a beautiful morning in the city. Okay, well, perhaps there is heavy cloud cover and no sunrise to be seen, but compared to the forecasted thunderstorms, we are happy to be dry and lightning free. It's the third stop of the season, and the BFL anglers are fishing the Arkansas River for the first time. The usual scene for an Arkansas bass tournament includes a beautiful lake surrounded by woods in a rural setting. This event features an urban landscape with a launch ramp right below the Interstate 30 bridge in North Little Rock. Let's check in with the season points leader, Steve Howard of Conway, who's also an expert on the Arkansas River. What's it going to be like today?
It's different. I mean, you're either getting bit or you're not getting bit. I mean, the bites to me is good right now. There's a lot of people whining and crying and they're leaving. It don't matter where they go as long as they leave here, but you know, I might not catch a thing, but it's only because I messed up, because they're out there. I've been out here for 3 days, the last 3 days, and I've caught them pretty good, you know. So,
How much of fishing's a mental game?
it's big.
Yeah.
It's big. I mean, if you're going down a bank and you don't think you're going to get bit, you're probably not going to get bit in this pool with the current like it is. It's different right now.
We got a little surprised with the weather today because it was supposed to be storming right now and for the first couple of hours, but it appears we're not going to get any precipitation.
Yeah, you can believe that all you want. I'm going out in rain gear on probably.
We're going to bring our rain gear too, just in case, but it does look like we've gotten a little bit of a surprise. Do you think that will affect things very much?
Yeah, it will, because you know, there's people here that haven't practiced in the rain, and that'll be in their head. So, you know, it wouldn't bother me. I don't think it can change them. The watercolor changed yesterday, and it didn't affect them. So, you know, it's just, let's go fishing, man.
Yeah. Well, and we've got such a neat backdrop here because you've got the city skyline, and this is kind of an urban fishing environment, at least in this pool. And you fish this a lot. You've got a lot of experience here. You know, what kinds of things do you anticipate will be successful today?
There'll be some bed fish caught. There'll be some post-spawn fish caught. There will be some good fish caught out of the grass close to current, and hopefully I'll catch a few of them. So.
Good deal. Well, nobody has more experience in this pool than this man right here. Good luck to you today.
Thanks, sir.
All right, thank you. Before anyone takes off to fish, they must go through the check-in process, which helps ensure that the safety features are working properly on the boats. So the kill switch is not as deadly as it sounds. It's actually a good thing.
If they get thrown out of a boat,
Yeah.
it kills that engine.
Yeah, so
and
it's attached to their life jacket.
Very, very
Yeah.
necessary. So that's
Good.
what we do on boat checking, and also to make sure everybody's here.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
Good. After a prayer and Dylan Scott singing the national anthem, don't worry ladies, it was recorded, it's go time. One by one, this field heads to their spots. Now, one of the interesting storylines of the day is, where will the anglers go? About 80% of the field appears to be heading towards one of the locks. It's a lengthy and sometimes risky process, but a move some anglers are willing to make to fish a confident area. But some decided to fish the water less traveled. So as you just saw, we had 92 boats and kind of some craziness right around here at Boat Check, right underneath the I-30 bridge as we got started. Everybody's taking off, many are locking through, upstream and downstream. Sometimes the best way to fish is just to simplify. Right over our shoulder right here, that's Quincy Houchin. He just won the Costa Series event a couple of weeks ago on Lake Dardanelle. He has won twice last year on the BFL circuit, and he's not 50 yards from launch, fishing his first spot. Quincy is one of the top anglers in the state. He fishes the Arkansas-based Denali rods, and he knows how to use them. He also knows when it's time to stay and when it's time to go. It appears it's time to go. We did too. We traveled downstream and met a group of boats waiting for their turn at the lock. Here's Justin Swayze of Gurdon. That's a small bite and won't make it to the weigh-in stage. He and co-angler Jerry Tabler of Mineral Springs are part of a long line just biding time until they can get through the lock and get to their favored area. Jimmy Terry is one of the anglers waiting to lock through. He's fishing out of a boat he won last year at the regionals. But that's not the only fortunate thing in Jimmy's life.
I've been fishing my whole life. I got married on the boat. I went fished a tournament on my honeymoon. So you got to have a fishing wife to pursue the passion of fishing tournaments. You really do.
You found yourself a gem.
Yes. Yeah, I did, brother. She's low maintenance, and she's just the world to me. She really is. I love her to death, you know.
Well, Jimmy, you had boat 79, and kind of toward the end, which is a good thing. You're trying to lock through, and so we're just kind of fishing in a little holding place right here, just to keep a line in the water until you can get to where you want to be.
Yeah, it's not really where I want to be. I have more confidence in the tar camp pool, wanting to hit some dikes down there. I know they're still in some shallow water. I know a lot of people be catching fish in shallow water, so we figured we'd come in here in Willow Beach and try to throw some top waters in here. I think they got 6 or 9 barges trying to come through the lock right now, so it's putting a hurt on everybody.
Finally, the horn sounds and the boats start to gather toward the lock. The big barges are out of the way for the bass boats to chase their fish and come back later this afternoon. We've got Mike Neal, General Manager of Superior Nissan in Conway. And Mike, we've got 2 great trucks here. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here.
Well, we sure do. I mean, we have the 2017 Titan, completely redesigned for 2017 right here. It's Truck Trend Truck of the Year with the Endurance V8. And over here we have our 2017 Titan XD, made it with the Cummins turbo diesel engine, available in a half-ton pickup truck with the ability to pull over 6 tons right here.
Anywhere you need to go, you can get there in one of these, right?
Absolutely. You need a haul, this is the truck right here for you.
You got the Cummins diesel on one side over here, and we've got the Endurance V8. Something to look at next time you come down to Superior Nissan. FLW Arkansas is brought to you by Superior Auto Group. Not just better, superior. And by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. By Costa Sunglasses. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Healthy, hearty, and safe. Log on to safebait.org. And by Intova Cameras.
Guys, welcome to Bad Boy Country.
It's wide open, full throttle with a Bad Boy mower. Built stronger than they ever have to be and packing more power than you'll ever need. Bad Boy Mowers leads the pack with easy ride innovations that deliver a clean cut and smooth ride. So take us out for a spin and make your country Bad Boy Mower Country. 747 cc's, 60-inch cut, $49.99.
Built tough, power to spare, all for a better price. That's Bad Boy Country. Mow with an attitude.
Hello, I'm Lindsay Walters with Superior Nissan of Conway. Thank you for watching FLW Arkansas.
Superior Nissan gets us where we need to on the land. Now let's get back to the water. Anglers are spread out across several pools on the Arkansas River. There were so many anglers who were uncertain about how many fish were in the Little Rock pool, a large number locked upstream and downstream. Jimmy Terry is one who chose a familiar path. And it all comes down to confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. I'm just trying to fish what I know and hoping that it pans out and works out good for me. You can always go to the launch ramp and hear everybody's tactics and skills, and you know, and sometimes you know, you just gotta not listen and pay attention to what other guys are doing, because if it's not your strong point of fishing, you know, it's sometimes it's best to just do what you know to do.
It's last tournament's winning boater, Jake Ormond, who also is sticking to what he knows.
I mean, I get one day of practice. You either lock up, you fish up, you fish down, or fish here. And I figured I'd just maximize my time to fish and try to find them here, which I did catch 2 good ones yesterday. So then the decision of one day of practice is, do you fish? I didn't see the point in locking or taking that chance. Nope. 13 3/4.
So you were trying to key in on grass as your pattern today, huh?
Yeah, the deepest grass that I can find. He ain't gonna make it either. Deepest grass I can find and the thickest grass I can find.
Co-angler Darren Franklin of Hot Springs is looking at a strong start. The GoPro on the hat provides a cool angle of the hook set and the fight to get that first fish in the boat. That's keeper number 1 for Darren. And here's keeper number 2. This was part of a day that ended with Darren finishing in 16th place on the co-angler side. I've done fishing shows for 17 years all over the country. I've never had the opportunity to televise one in my hometown. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to my mayor. This is Joe Smith, mayor of North Little Rock. And Mayor, we're thrilled to be here and happy to have North Little Rock as a sponsoring part of this tournament.
You know, this is a very special little place of heaven right here. Yeah. And we got some great fishing and great parking for all the fishermen and everything. And so we welcome these bass tournaments. Anytime they want to come, we'll open up our arms and roll out the red carpet for them.
We're right here at North Little Rock's Maritime Museum. Let's talk a little bit about what we've got here around us.
Absolutely. If you can look over my shoulder is the USS Razorback submarine. It was used in World War II. It was at the very end of World War II when they signed the peace treaty at the end of World War II. And so we're honored to have it here. I think there's only like 3 in the whole country. And then we have the USS Hoga, which was at the beginning of the war in Pearl Harbor. So we're only one of 2. There's one in Honolulu, and North Little Rock, Arkansas has got the bookends of the war.
You get to fish a little bit yourself?
A little bit. We'll wet a hook every once in a while. Not as dedicated as these guys, but I certainly love enjoying our country here.
Well, that's good. We've got a lot of anglers that are coming from all over the state and really all over our region. We've got a few from other states as well that are fishing here in North Little Rock for the first time. And we'll see how they do. Mayor, it's awfully good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Alrighty.
Good to see you.
All right, thank you. I'm here with the parts manager, Lawrence Ryan, here at Superior Nissan in Conway. And Lawrence, you know, when somebody buys a really good truck, it kind of becomes an extension of who they are.
Without a doubt, yes, sir.
And so we've got a great way to customize that Nissan Titan.
Right. Anything from certain wheels and tires down to lift kits if you want. We also offer certain Nissan accessories such as a bed tent. Maybe you're in a really good fishing spot that's too far from a hotel room, or you just don't want to have a hotel room, you want to see the night sky, we have a bed tent that's perfect for that. We also offer what's called a Titan box, and they double as storage and a cooler, which is a great option. So one side could be all your fishing stuff that you need, and the other side could be beers and sodas and waters for you and your family.
We've got sliding toolboxes as well and a whole host of other options. A great way to personalize your Nissan Titan. Remember Steve Howard from the first part of the program? He said he was staying in the Little Rock pool. He's fished all points in this pool and has a limit. Now, it's not a big limit. It includes 2 small Kentucky spots, but at this point, he's grateful to have them. He lands a quick keeper to add a few ounces to his weight and then culls out the smallest fish in the live well. A few small catches right up against the Murray Lock and Dam is not enough to make a run to the top of the pack, so the season points leader will take off to test out another spot.
Hi, I'm Danny Weiser from Superior Nissan in Conway, and thanks for watching FLW Arkansas.
FLW Arkansas is brought to you by Superior Auto Group. Not just better, superior. And by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. By Costa Sunglasses. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Healthy, hearty, and safe. Log on to safebait.org. And by Intova Cameras.
There are easier ways to become a better angler. Join FLW today and take your fishing to the next level. Get the magazine, get on the water. Visit flwfishing.com/membership to find out more.
Hi, I'm Sharissa. I work at Superior Nissan in Conway. Thank you for watching FLW Arkansas.
We thank our friends at Superior Nissan for allowing us to bring this one-of-a-kind fishing show to you. Our anglers sometimes share their GoPro video with us and provide a unique angle into the day of an angler. This is Stephen Fisher from Huntington, Texas. He's a co-angler fishing the Little Rock Pool and fishing his first event in the Arky Division. But he earned a top 10 in the regionals last year fishing out of the Texas Cowboy Division. He caught 2 keepers on the day, and we'll hear from Stephen a little bit later on in the program. In the front of the boat is Sherwood's Lance Pyle. Now, he is not afraid of the Little Rock Pool. He lives very close by and he fishes this part of the Arkansas River several times a week. He knows how to find them and he knows how to catch them. Lance is also not afraid of a little troublesome weather. You see, he's a meteorologist who works at the National Weather Service in North Little Rock. And what is it about the barometric pressure? That's such a key component to the fish biting. What is it about that?
Well, it affects their air bladder. So it gives them, it's kind of a similar effect to humans. If we get vertigo or something, you know, you get messed up in your ears and you're like, oh, what's going on? So they get that uneasy feeling. And the thing is, they can sense when that pressure is falling and they'll feed up before the cold front gets to them. What Mother Nature's taught them to do. So
I'm not sure how barometric pressure affects snakes, but Lance likes them. It means there's activity in the area. A lot of people do just fine without seeing snakes, but I get your point.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically flipping jigs and lizards. They won't eat the jig though. So we caught them on lizard and culprit and credit craw. And I got 3 of them on the spinnerbait. So I'm gonna run down through here on the spinnerbait and probably can catch some on the next wall down there.
I'll have to get a picture of this. In the meantime, Little Rock co-angler Bruce Thompson has a keeper of sorts. It's a nice bucket used to hold live worms or cottage cheese. Either way, it won't help at the weigh-in stage today. Do you understand the apprehensions that a lot of people that aren't from here have had about this middle pool?
I don't understand, no, because it's so good. I mean, there's fish here and they complain that there's no fish here.
It seems like it got into the heads of a lot of folks.
It has.
And so a lot of the competitors are spending a lot of time going to other areas, 1 and sometimes 2 locks away.
I just personally don't like to lock, You spend more time fishing here instead of running and waiting for the locks and waste 4 hours of your day. I need those 4 hours. Good one, good one. There you go. There you go, there you go.
There you go.
How about that? Look at that gut on him. Culprit lizard, woo!
Yeah, so that Little Rock pool's not so bad after all, huh?
That's what I'm talking about. He's bigger than my board, about 19 inches.
Well, what does a fish like that do for your confidence level?
Raises it tremendously in here because they've really not been biting in here lately.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I just know that the big ones live in here, so it's a good sign.
Yeah. What do you think's gonna be the winning weight?
I imagine around 15 pounds or a little more maybe.
Lance uses a lot of culprit soft plastics and finds that the lizard works well for him on the river.
It's a natural enemy of the bass during the spawning season. So when they see that around their beds, they instinctively want to attack it. And it's just really been working real well this year. So.
Any particular color this time of year? Does it look like green pumpkin?
Green pumpkin and watermelon. Both have been working. Gosh,
do you feel like you have enough? I'm back here with Mike Neal of Superior Nissan in Conway. And Mike, when the Cummins diesel came out in the Nissan Titan, a lot of people got really excited to see a diesel engine in a half-ton pickup.
Absolutely. Right here you have 310 horsepower and over 555 foot-pounds of torque coming out of this diesel motor in a half-ton right here.
Wow. Now, what does that translate to?
That's the ability to haul over 6 tons.
Well, this truck can get you and anything you want to take with you all over the state of Arkansas.
Absolutely.
FLW Arkansas is brought to you by Superior Auto Group. Not just better, superior. And by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. By Costa Sunglasses. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish. Healthy, hearty, and safe. Log on to safebait.org. And by Intova Cameras.
Guys, welcome to Bad Boy Country.
It's wide open, full throttle with a Bad Boy mower. Built stronger than they ever have to be and packing more power than you'll ever need. Bad Boy Mowers leads the pack with easy ride innovations that deliver a clean cut and smooth ride. So take us out for a spin and make your country Bad Boy Mower Country. 747 cc's, 60-inch cut, $49.99.
Built tough, power to spare, all for a better price. That's Bad Boy Country. Mow with an attitude.
Hi, I'm David at Superior Nissan in Conway, and thanks for watching FLW Arkansas.
The day is winding down, and this duo of Lance Pyle and Bruce Thompson are looking to add weight. Co-angler Thompson has a 2.5 pounder in the live well. In the front of the boat, Pyle has a full 5-fish limit well north of 10 pounds. Now, every ounce counts today, and live well management is vital to make sure the smaller fish are thrown back and the largest ones get famous on the weigh-in stage. Kind of like Biggest Loser in reverse. Lance almost lets this one go, thinks better of it, makes sure, and then yes, that bass is off to go to get bigger and help another angler on another day.
Oh, gosh! Oh, you're not going to let me play.
I'm sorry. I did too. He ran straight at the boat.
Huh?
He ran straight at the boat. So This guy's heavier. This guy's going back right now. Right now. Damn.
This gives Lance even more confidence to head back to the weigh-in with high hopes for a good result. Now the anglers head back to the weigh-in stage. Now they all stagger their return based on their morning departure. Those who left first come back first. Here's our roving reporter, Stephen Fisher again, evidently staggering the boat still filled up at the ramp.
Trying to pick up my boater. We're supposed to load the boats up and then weigh the fish today. And as you can see, the line ain't going nowhere. Today was a pretty good day. I learned a lot. Got 2 fish. One was probably about 3.5, so I may be able to get out of here with the check. Definitely not a top 10 or nothing, but check.
The line of trucks would eventually give and everyone would get a chance to weigh their fish. And Stephen and his boater, David Summers of Mount Ida, would get to the stage. Now Summers would take 3rd place in the boater division. Stephen got on stage with his son and weighed just under 5 pounds with his 2 fish, good for 23rd place today. Here's how the co-angler results went down. The very first co-angler to weigh in was Dusty Rhodes from Gravelly. He set the bar awfully high. Dusty's day shouldn't have gone anywhere nearly as well as it did, however. You did something that was kind of cruel, frankly, to the whole rest of the field, because he's the first co-angler that weighs in, and he brings in almost 15 pounds of fish. And now every co-angler who thinks they had a good day is going to come in and look at that leaderboard, and they're going to see your name on it and your weight, and they're just going to kind of get deflated.
Well, all I can say sorry. I wanted to get away before they died. Anything
right.
bad happened to them. Way our luck's been today.
Yeah. You probably thought that you weren't going to be able to do that. You had some outboard trouble today, and you ended up on the trolling motor the whole time, never really left too far from here.
Nope. My boater told me this morning that he had just bought 3 new batteries yesterday and hooked them to his trolling motor. Had 6 batteries hooked to his trolling motor. 7:15 his motor quit. We was on that trolling motor all day and they held up.
Wow. Dusty's weight held up too, and here are the final leaderboard results for the co-anglers. Big Bass Honors went to Camden's Jonathan Wolf with this nice catch of 5 pounds 4 ounces. He only had 3 fish on the day, but this one boosted him all the way to 11th place in the final standings as well. On the angler side, Kyle Henderson of Sheridan waited until a little later in the weigh-in to set the mark, but he took charge with a monster sack of fish weighing 16 pounds even. There's plenty more from our champion, Kyle Henderson. Next week, we'll feature the hows and whys of the Arkansas River. The Bad Boy Mowers analysis episode will teach you how to fish the river from some of those who fished it today. That's next week on FLW Arkansas. We thank our good friends at Superior Nissan in Conway for bringing you this program. We highlight the best anglers on the best waters for a reason, so you can enjoy what we have here in the natural state yourself. To travel this state in style, go see Superior Nissan yourself. You'll be glad you did.